being here. I just want to start out with saying that the spring has been going very well. I'm very excited about our guys, outside linebacker group. Guys are working really hard, a lot of competition. They're giving a lot of good effort and really buying into the technique that we've been coaching. Also, just want to point out it's a great time to be a South Carolina Gamecock. Shout out to the women's basketball team winning the national championship. It's been awesome, man. A lot of people been asking me how's it going. I tell them it's going great. South Cac is where it's at. That's a hashtag if you guys want to use that. All right, we open up to any questions.
Sterling, you talked in your introductory press conference how excited you were to work with a guy like Strawn and Birch. Just what have you seen from them through the first couple of weeks of spring and the growth that they've been able to make?
Absolutely, man. I'm very impressed by these guys. Just the length and athleticism that they possess. Like I said, they're really buying into the techniques that we're coaching, and I think the skies is really the limit for those guys.
And Terrell Dawkins, how have you seen him getting used to, I guess, playing some new techniques and playing in a different system? How's he?
Absolutely. He's adjusting well. He's adjusting really well. Like I said, the group as a whole, they're really buying into the technique. It's some things that we're asking him to do differently than he did at NC State. He didn't really stand up a lot at NC State. So being able to do both, he's really acclimating really, really well. I'm excited about Terrell Dawkins as well.
Coach, what's the biggest thing you want to accomplish with these guys and want to see this next week and into the spring game and seeing so far as well?
Yeah, so like I said when I first got here, the number one thing we want to do is want to lead the SEC in effort. And these guys are coming out each and every day with maximum effort. And then, like I said, in terms of the technique, I just want us to continue to build with the technique. As an outside linebacker, especially in the SEC, the number one thing we have to do is set dominant edges. Right, so we have to set dominant edges in the run game, and then when it's passed, we talk about set line, right? Throwing your fastball, right? As a pitcher, you want them to throw their fastball. So throw your fastball into the tackle, takes it away. If he takes it away, all right, then what's your counter off of it?
Sterling, how would you just assess for yourself just kind of how the first 3+ weeks of spring practice have gone? How much have you learned just about yourself and learned being a coach here, and any adjustments that you felt like you've had to have made so far?
Absolutely. I think it's been going great. Like I said, the guys are really buying in. And in terms of, I said when I first got here, I'm coaching them the same exact way I coach the NFL guys. So I think that's something big when guys feel like you can help them and help them improve as a player. It doesn't matter what level it's at. Guys will respect you and guys will run through a brick wall for you.
How many guys would you ideally like to have ready to play on any given Saturday?
Well, we tell guys all the time. I mean, the more you can do, right? So we coach both of our guys. Whether it's the you playing to the field, you playing to the boundary. We coach all our guys. You gotta know everything, right? So like we have 7 guys in our room, and at any given time, we expect all those guys to be ready to play.
You obviously know Clayton really well. Just what's it been like to kind of work with him and kind of get your hands back into his defense and defensive scheme?
Yeah, it's been great, man. I mean, my man C. White, man, he's awesome, man. Just, we haven't worked together in 6 years, but I tell you, we had a team meeting the other day. He got up there in front of the team, and I tell you, he got it. He really has it, man. He had me pumped up. I was ready to go put some pads on. But it's been awesome, man. He's a great communicator. Just the way that he goes about calling it. We have some unscripted periods when he has to call it, but he's been awesome, man. He's been really good.
Who are some of the other individuals in your group that a lot of people talk about the Jordans and Terrell coming in, but who are some of the other guys in your group that you think have had good spring
Absolutely.
games?
So you mentioned the 2 Jordans. They're doing great. Terrell Dawkins, transferring here, he's doing a really good job. And I'm really excited about Gilbert Edmonds. Gilbert's doing a really good job. He has a lot of length. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Gilbert's 19 years old, right? I think this may be his 3rd year in the program. He's 19 years old, and I think he's just scratching the surface. And then Tyreek Johnson, he's been really impressive as well. Just the power. I mean, he has a lot of power. He has some really heavy hands. And like I said, just the group as a whole, man, I couldn't be more excited.
How do you, I guess for you as the as the position coach, how do you start to identify those guys who are starting to kind of fill in that depth chart behind, the guys that we have a pretty good idea who are going to be the starters, but how does that process work? How does that evaluation process work for you?
We tell the guys every day we're being evaluated. Right? We have scrimmages. We had a scrimmage last Saturday, and after the scrimmage, we talked about where we are and just continue to try to propel. And we have another scrimmage coming up on this Saturday. So, like I said, every day is evaluated. We have another practice on Tuesday, Thursday, and looking forward to the spring game on next Saturday as well. Just those guys getting out competing. And I'm really looking forward to, this being a night. It's the first time we had a night game, right, as a spring game. I'm looking forward to. I know the atmosphere is going to be awesome, so I'm looking forward to us packing out Williams-Brice Stadium as well.
Monterey Hardesty was in here a couple minutes ago talking about the things he kind of tracks and evaluates from practice to practice. As a guy that the stats maybe on the defensive side of the ball are a little bit different on the offensive side, what do you track? What are some things that you value when evaluating guys in practice or in games?
Absolutely. So like I said, the first thing we're going to start with is effort. So we have a production every week. We have, we always talk about competing. So every week we have this production, and then at the end of the week we decide, based on Tuesday practice, Thursday practice, and then Saturday, who wins, right? So it's a lot of different things. We track, how many shots we're taking on the ball, right? Ball punch outs, right? Just technique, if you wreck the play, we call that factors. So there's a number of different things that we track, but the main thing we start is effort and technique. All right, appreciate you guys.